22nd.
Saludos, amigos. Casher, President and CEO of Cash International Luxury Real Estate. Guys, how's it going? I'm here today with Carlos Mendez, my co-host on the Top 3 in 3. Guys, today what we're going to be talking about is something really timely. Right now we're going through a stretch of really bad weather here in the Dominican Republic, specifically Punta Cana, Santo Domingo. Tons and tons of rain. Not a hurricane really, but some inclement weather. We have more coming. So we thought a perfect time for us to talk about the top 3 reasons hurricanes do not hit directly on to the Dominican Republic soil. Go for it, Carlos.
All right. Today is October the 22nd. Top 3 reasons hurricanes rarely hit the DR. Number 1, mountainous terrain. Okay. The country's high mountain ranges, especially in the Cordillera Central, the central corridor, okay, disrupts and weakens any hurricanes as they approach and pass over. Okay.
Exactly.
So lots of places when they have all this big mountainous terrain, that kind of like just breaks everything up.
Versus like you go to like some of these Caribbean islands, they get decimated, they get destroyed from one side to the other. For example, I was in Las Vegas when hurricane hit, like I don't know, 3 years ago, something like that. I went to San Domingo. I got a little bit of rain. Las Vegas it was like a category 1 or 2, first time like 80 years it got hit. But that's one of the advantages of being here in Dominican Republic. That's not one of the reasons why we don't get hit, but this one is specifically one of the reasons why we don't.
Yeah, definitely. Number 2, the geographic location in the Caribbean basin. Okay, what does that mean? The Dominican Republic sits slightly south and west of the main hurricane corridor. Okay, everybody knows who lived in Florida and stuff like that, the Caribbean, there's a hurricane corridor.
Exactly.
Kind of like, what is it, the Tornado Alley back at home, okay?
The hurricane corridor.
Exactly. So many storms curve northward towards Puerto Rico, Bahamas, and obviously the U.S. East Coast before making landfall.
Exactly. Okay. Got it. Perfect.
And
all
then
right, number 3.
Number 3, wind and ocean current patterns. Okay, trade winds and regional ocean currents often steer storms away or weaken them as they near Hispaniola. Hispaniola means the Dominican Republic, the whole island, Dominican and Haiti. Yep.
So I've done a couple videos on this, and there's another 4th one that's pretty interesting. Is we know the Dominican people are very religious, and very often they say God's island. Okay. So there's a spiritual element to it that I kind of buy into a little bit, and that spiritual element, what I've heard, has helped keep these kind of storms away from the Dominican Republic specifically. You know, Haiti's been bombed a couple times, but for some odd reason, the Dominican Republic gets saved. So, you know, they say there's a higher power, a higher being, and this is God's land.
And maybe they're right. To a lot of the old timers here, like, you know, my dad's dad and stuff like that, they'll say, well, it's because Trujillo used to be the dictator here, you know? Okay, yeah. And then the storms would try to avoid being anywhere near Trujillo, so that's what they would say.
So, it could be Trujillo or it could be God, one of them, but it's some sort of higher being that is forcing this to happen. But either way, it's a win for the Dominican Republic, and top 3 reasons why hurricanes like to avoid us. All right, guys, love where you live. Talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.